Hey, has anyone checked in on the Star fandom lately?
13 Sergeant 1 Essential.
Oh.
15 Sergeant 1 10.
Yeah, that looks about right. Welcome back to Mewni, Mayhem on the Roundtable. I'm AwestruckVox, and whereas I reviewed Schooled, I don't want to do a formal review of Booth Buddies, because with Schooled, there's a lot of different points I wanted to talk about, a lot of little details, but with Booth Buddies, there's only one thing I really want to discuss, and I'm sure it's the only thing you guys want to hear me discuss from that episode. Well, besides certain something else that I'll discuss at a later time, and that's the Starco kiss. After 3 years of shippers in the fandom waiting for it, Star and Marco finally locked lips, but the circumstances wasn't quite what anyone was expecting. Neither was the reaction. And considering Star is still with Tom, it all begs the question, did Star cheat on Tom with Marco? This is a question I want to discuss and give my own take on it, draw my own conclusion, and I need to make this clear. Everything I'm about to say, anything I'm about to show that other people associated with the show say, should not be taken 100% to heart, because everyone has their own different interpretations. Now, if Darren Nefsey herself were to come out and say, hey, this is what this means, it'd be a different story. She's the creator, but please don't take this as law. And also, I want to get this out the way, cheating is not acceptable under any circumstance. It's not something I condone by any stretch of the imagination. When you cheat, you're messing with someone's heart, their well-being, and emotions. Under no circumstances is that justifiable. Alright, we're on the same page? Let's dive in. So Booth Buddies had a pretty simple premise. At the wedding for Ruberia and Full Duke, which, whoa, at the beginning of the season they hated each other. Now they're married? Godlike. Star's very adamant to take photos of Marco in the photo booth. As y'all know, they get stuck. This straight up creep, Ben Fotino, voiced by Alex Hirsch, claims that it's magic. And I don't know, maybe it wants something from them. What? And Marco uses this to finally address, yeah, things have been weird between us lately. Nothing has been the same since you told me you have a crush on me and I never acknowledged it. And honestly, I appreciate this moment because Marco has been weird all season. Star really appreciates his words, and she asks if there's anything else they need to do, anything else Marco needs to say, and Marco just says, yeah, I need to take this photo. And he kisses Star. She's in shock, he immediately regrets it, and yeah, I think things just got a bit weirder. And this upset a lot of people, which I feel is very reasonable. And fans have been quick to point the cheating finger at Star. And while she didn't flat out say, you shouldn't have kissed me, she pointed out why this moment was pretty messed up. Marco's her squire, and she pointed this out first. As if all above else, a squire should not have romantic feelings for those they serve. But Marco states he takes this job very seriously, which I believe he does. But then Star also points out she has a boyfriend, Tom. And from my perspective, I think that should have been the first thing you pointed out, honey, but that's just my opinion. And ultimately, Marco expresses that he thought this was the best solution, that it'd get them out of the photo booth. And it did, but not because it was magic, because again, Ben's a creep. Jesus, dude. Now I want to point out the facts. In addition to Star pointing out every single reason why Marco shouldn't have kissed her, she was not anticipating the kiss. The way the kiss was illustrated, we really can't tell her reaction. The line of her mouth was not illustrated. You could argue, oh, her mouth was closed. Must have been enjoying it. And with her hand on the back of Marco's arms, I don't think that was pulling him in. I never seen a girl pull a guy in like that. It was more than likely just her immediate reaction. For all we know, she could have been pushing off Marco. And she even says, I'm glad you were honest, but just not that honest. So again, she did not want Marco to kiss her. Now Adam MacArthur, voice of Marco, gave his own 2 cents on this. Fans expressed their disappointment that they've been in Tom's position before, to which Adam MacArthur replied, well, to be fair, it is treating the characters as characters. Marco did what he thought he needed to get them out of there. He kissed Star. She didn't know it was coming. And even before they knew they weren't really trapped, he regretted it. I don't think it's cheating. Now, if it had been a romantic moment, then I'd agree. But he did what he thought he had to save them, which is very in character. So again, this is his interpretation. Hence he says, I think, I feel. Although he clearly knows plot points we don't yet. And I don't see them just dropping this. So perhaps in canon of the show, it is portrayed as if they weren't cheating. Or maybe when Tom eventually finds out, which we'll talk about in a second, Marco will see it as not cheating, but Tom will. If they weren't trapped, if Marco wasn't under the impression he had to appease his magic boot by kissing Star, the kiss would not have happened. Now, in my opinion, that still doesn't really justify Marco kissing Star on the mouth. If he was gonna kiss her, why not just on the cheek? Marco's usually more headstrong, analytical, but throughout the season he's been a lot more impulsive. Not to say it was really impulsive here, since it was something he thought about, but I just don't think he thought things through. So do I think it was cheating? No, but I don't agree that it was the best thing to do, nor the right thing to do. It is complex, but Star didn't want it. Whether or not she liked it is yet to be explored, but again, she more or less told Marco he would have been better off not doing that. However, while it may not be cheating, I do want her to tell Tom, because the more she holds it off, the more the secret stays between Marco and Star, the worse things are going to be when Tom finds out, when their whole friend group finds out. Heaven forbid that Marco tells Tom, which this image Darren Nefsey posted a while ago from the season 3 finale looks like there is going to be a Marco and Tom bonding moment, but this relationship will only grow to be toxic and destined to fail if Star is not honest with him. But if this Marco-Tom moment happens before Star tells Tom, it might make things worse if he has to hear it from Marco. And knowing Star, I think that might be the route it's gonna go. But please Star, please, tell Tom. He deserves to know, and it may save your relationship. But that's where I turn the conversation around to you guys. Again, I truly want to hear your thoughts on this. Again, don't take my thoughts as law. This is just my interpretation. I personally don't think it was cheating, but I still think it was messed up. But they were truly put in a very complex and really unfair situation. So please, drop those thoughts in the comments below or tweet them directly to me at AwestruckVox or at the Roundtable on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at Roundtable Vids. If you want to help us grow, consider joining the Roundtable, becoming a member on Patreon. For just $3, you can get access to our scripts, avatars, exclusive updates, early video access, and more. Help us grow and give back in return. Links to everything in the description. If you enjoyed this video, please throw a like, share, and if you're new here, subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications to stay in the loop with all things Star. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. AwestruckVox out.